Hello everybody, this is Tezlon. Welcome aboard the Train of Thought, where we look at various concepts and transport fever and kick the bull off the tracks. You will have nothing to beef about because we will not steer you wrong. So simulation number 4 coming up, the second part of this first round of simulations where we're going to add 2 cars to every train and run it again to see if that additional cargo makes it better or worse, especially for the 2 twin engine runs that showed to be fairly capable of negotiating this hill and making a decent amount of money in that first setup. So the single engine, I think it's doomed to epic failure here. This poor little thing is going to crash and burn, and I mean, he couldn't even make full speed going up the hill with 6 cars, and now he has to do 8. He's probably going to be filing a worker comp claim after this run because he's going to be just worn out. 1, 2, need to take out a loan. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another loan, 8. So he ends up having to take out 1 additional loan to get the extra 2 cars, 3.7 million in the hole. And I really wouldn't be surprised when we come back in 18 years to find out he's even farther in the hole than he is now, because he just doesn't have the pulling power to do this. So we're doing it anyway, just to be fair. I'm giving everybody a chance here, but quite frankly, this guy's not going to hack it at all. I think the question is, how much money does he lose? So here we go. We'll be back in 18 years just to see if actually he's still trying to struggle up this hill he's going to have to do, because I don't think he's going to do too well. See you in 18 years. Okay. 1869 just starting, and as I thought, this has been pretty much the financial equivalent of investing in swampland in Florida. Don't do it. Doesn't work. Have yet to show a profit. Haven't paid off a loan. I will say from about 1955 to 1959, he was managing to generate between 5 and 23,000 money a year. But as maintenance costs grew, he's done nothing but slowly slide into the hole. And I kind of doubt we're going to see this setup finish in the positive at all. Even if he does, it would definitely not be something you want to do at the start of a game. You may if you do this, you may as well just stop playing and punt, unless your goal is to see how much money you can lose on a single train line. And because for growing your empire, this isn't going to hack it. Watch as he goes up the hill. If you recall, the single engine version with 6 cars got up to about right here and hadn't topped 18 miles an hour, and he won't even manage to do that. 14 extra units of cargo with 2 extra cars, and this is somewhat of a struggle for him. This is somewhat painful to watch. I know he's trying hard, but he just can't do it. 12 miles an hour, 13, 14, yay, 15. Come on, buddy, get up the hill. Push, push, push. Actually, pull, pull, pull. Back down to 14. Like I said, there's this one little area in here that slows some of these trains down just a little bit. So you can see from his speed why this hasn't been financially successful. It's just too much weight, too much incline, and he just isn't having a chance to make any money. Already going into 1870. He's in the positive. Maybe he'll finish making just a tiny little bit of money. I doubt it. He has 1 year to pull it out. I just don't know. He may end up losing money for the whole simulation. What a disaster. Now he finally starts edging downhill and he's picking up speed. Yes, top speed at last. And really the lesson you're learning here you can apply to any train line you have in the game. It doesn't matter whether it's early on, later on in the game. If you put too much cargo on a single engine, or even if you're running the mods and super long trains, you put too much weight on a train, no matter how many engines they have, and you run it over terrain changes, and it will end up losing money for you because it just can't complete the legs in time to generate income. You have to keep your trains fast. Ah, 5 months to go. And he's in the hole. I guess the best thing that can happen is he pulls into the station right at New Year's and maybe saves a little face by earning a couple $1,000s. But he's going so slow. Will he make it? He still has October, November, December. I think he's going to make it. Maybe. Well, he's already down to 162,000 G's. And he has to account for the interest at the end. I think this is a loser all the way around. Come on, dude. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Wow. Definitely going to make it. But is he going to generate any income at all? Or is this just a complete financial bust? Oh no, he's in the hole. He couldn't even break into the green on that last load, and now we have interest to pay for. This is a complete money losing endeavor. Okay. Minus $127,000. Good God. And he started off at 3.7. So he ends up a negative 3 million. Where'd it go? $3,827,000. Wow. Definitely not something you want to try out. Don't even try it to try to generate some additional income, because it's not generating any income at all. It's costing you money. So just throw this idea into the trash can and never think about it again, other than to remind yourself not to do it. Overload an engine, throw in terrain change, nothing good is about to happen. So now on to the next test. That single engine couldn't handle pulling 8 cars up this hill, but what about the double engines? They both made money with 6 cars. Will they make more money with 8? We're going to find out. So it is on to 8 cars, double engines and see if this is a little bit more profitable. We know it's going to be a little more profitable, but is it going to be able to beat the double engine and 6 cars, which turned in the best profit in the first round of simulations? Let's find out. And we have to move the engine down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So once again, we had to take out one additional loan over the 6-car train. $3.7 million in debt. Set it out on the track and let's see how this train does. And you know the drill. I'll be back in 18 years. And we're moving into 1969 with the double engine 8-car train. We're down to 2.2 million. It doesn't look like we have a chance of paying off another loan because we just paid one off about a year and a half ago. So it's just a matter of how much more money this train can make before it runs out of time. As you can see, with a little bit more weight, it's taken a little bit longer time to get up to top speed up here. Previously it was back in here with the 6 cars. Now it's just a little bit farther down the track. And as we climb back up the grade, you'll see it lost about 3 miles an hour off its top speed up the grade. Before it was hitting 25 miles with 6 cars right in here, this approximate area. And this time back, you'll see it gets up to about 22 right here. So it's going a little bit slower, but it's carrying 14 units more cargo. What remains to be seen is if that helped it out monetarily. Should make it back easy this trip. But it won't be enough to give it another loan. Maintenance costs are going to knock it down. I'd be really surprised if it even pays it off next year. I just don't think it'll get the number of trips it need to get up that high so quickly after paying off the last one. You can see right now Lexington's maxed. Every once in a while it hits 100%. It varies between 90 and 100. Hopefully that won't affect my cargo coming back from the refinery next trip. But it also means I can't add 2 more cars, even 1 more car, because I'll start oversupplying my only city. So it looks like, I think 1 trip down and back, and I don't think it'll get the 3rd one in. We'll have to see. It may be really close at the end. It only takes about 3.5 months, maybe. Wow. I think if it makes it all the way back to the refinery the 2nd time, it's going to be just down to the wire. No, I don't see how it can do it. Not. It won't get out of here until the end of April almost. If it can leave this station by the end of August, it'll have a chance of getting all the way back. We'll have to see. Maybe it will. But watch as it comes up the grade here. Right about in this woods, it'll be hitting 22 miles an hour. That's 3 miles an hour slower than when it had 2 less cars on it. And there it is, 22. This is going to be pretty close at the end. I don't know if it'll get that extra lap in or not. Extra leg in, at least. Well, it's going to be close. Has 4 months to get there. And it gets to go downhill the whole way, so that's going to help it out a little bit. Maybe it will make it. Wow. At the moment, it's looking like it's going to make it. This could be a big thing on overall profit. Wow. This is close. Does it get that last loan? I'm going to have to slow this down. Okay, didn't make it. Came off close. It looks like it was a tie. Have $397, 397,000 left over, and it had 200. So that'll be 3 0 8 1. Wow. Let me see if I did this right. 3 0 8 1,803,000. And with both configurations, it was slightly ahead of the split train, and I think it's all purely because double tracking costed an extra loan. Couldn't quite make up for that difference. So now we're going to move up to flat terrain, and I'll show you a screen in between on the comparison of all these values here, and I'll talk a little bit why, even though the double 6 and double 8 1, it may not be a bad idea to use the twin smaller trains at the beginning, depending on what you plan to do for the future. So let me total this all up correctly and build a little graphic, and I'll be back. And now the final run in this first set of simulations, twin 4-car trains running on the double track, and let's build them and take off. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Put him out on the line. Start a new train. 1, 2, 3. One more loan. 4, and we'll start him the same way we did with the 6-car twins. And put the first guy out and bring the second guy in halfway through. 4.2 million in loans. Once again, extra 500,000. That was the difference maker with the 6-car setups. Let's see how it impacts 8 cars. So as soon as he gets down right about in here, we'll bring the other train out. Just like last time, the second train is going to have a little product to carry down to the refinery. But he still has that additional loan he has to offset. And out he comes. Okay. See you in 18 years and we'll see how this all plays out. In the last of the inclined train simulations, the double trains with 4 cars. Down to 2.2 million. And it's just a matter of how much money we put on the board in the last 2 years now. You can watch this guy when he goes back up the hill. He's going to be 22 right in here, just like the double engine 8-car was. Just like the double engine 8-car, he paid off a loan. Actually, I believe right at the end of 1867. Maybe right at the beginning of 1868. The first run he completed in 1868. So he's trying to work his way back out from zero here. Pretty much no chance of completing another loan. They just can't build up the income that quick to do it again. It takes them between 4 and 6 years, and with maintenance costs rising, that's probably shifting more toward 5 to 7 years in between loan payoffs right now. So 1 year to go. Where does he end up at? I think it's going to be really close again as to which configuration did best overall. One leg apiece. Again, I don't think they're going to get in that last. They'll get up to the opposite end, and I don't think they'll make it all the way back. They'll be close, but not quite. Nah, they're not even going to be close. They'd have to be leaving right now to get back, and they're going to make it about halfway maybe. It's going to be interesting once we move to the flat track to see how those numbers compare. I think the results are going to be just a little bit different. For sure, we know that the single engine trains are not going to do so poorly. We're going to see their performance improve dramatically. And here we go. $165,000. So 220, 2,200,000 minus 165, and it's going to be 2,035,000. Just a little bit worse than the twin 3 cars did. Almost exactly the same. And I'm going to take a little break and come back with a screen that shows all the numbers on one screen, so it's easy to compare this the inclined terrain and see really which one did best overall. I'll give you my theory on why I think, even though the split train didn't quite do as good, why maybe it might be a better idea overall, and see if you agree with what I say. It really depends on what you plan on doing in the future on that rail. Be right back.